Russia's meddling effort is continuing this week, including a propaganda campaign designed to infiltrate online debate here in the U.S. New data showing that Russia-linked bots are hyping terms like Schumer's shutdown and pushing a Republican campaign criticizing the Russia probe, lending fake support to this effort called #ReleaseTheMemo. Now, that is big news. Now, while Donald Trump weirdly denies his own intelligence agency's findings that Russia meddled over a year ago, this is a report that they're meddling this week. Is anyone going to do anything? Well, top Democrats sounding the alarm and taking the fight to Facebook and Twitter. Dianne Feinstein writing to Mark Zuckerberg and the current Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, saying this meddling is designed to, quote, undermine special counsel Mueller's investigation. Now, the man who used to have Dorsey's job is Dick Costolo. He was at the helm when the company successfully went public. And back before the 2016 controversies, he was warning employees about the need for Twitter to strengthen responses to abuse on their platforms. The former Twitter CEO is my special guest. He is a co-founder and CEO right now of the fitness startup Chorus. Thank you for doing this interview.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's fun.
Let's get to Chorus and health, but start with Twitter, which you know best. Why does it still have a bot problem? And does Russia's ability to use this platform so well concern you?
Well, I think that the challenge that Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and platforms like that faced historically was spammers, people who are trying to make money through things like fake accounts. And if you think of a sort of the war, or the playing field and the war between these security teams inside these companies and the spammers, they're kind of on a sort of a similar playing ground, if you will, in terms of sophistication. When you bring in state actors, by which I mean nation states, Russia, China, and to a lesser extent Iran and North Korea, you're talking about organizations, countries with almost unlimited resources and sophistication that they can bring to bear in their attack vectors. And so trying to keep up with them and in fact get ahead of them inside these companies is going to continue to be a challenge.
Right, because you're saying you're up against major power. I mean, Twitter's bot problem, Mother Jones was reporting, Twitter followers, so Americans who just want to participate in democracy, don't even realize they're retweeting or forwarding this deliberately false information. And this is going on, as you know, today. Russia-linked Twitter accounts currently working to help American Republican politicians demand the release of a classified report about alleged bias at the FBI and DOJ, helping this release the memo hashtag rise.
Right.
Inside Twitter, is it a problem of will in your view, or is it truly too technologically hard?
I think the answer is neither. It's certainly not a problem of will. If you told the folks inside Facebook and Instagram and Twitter you could snap your fingers and remove all the Russian bot accounts, they would do it in a heartbeat.
Is Twitter good for American democracy?
I think so. Yes. I realize it's a binary answer, and there's probably it's a lot more sophisticated a question than that. But look, you're getting to see what everybody thinks as they think it, without filters. So we're getting to see what these people really think. And sometimes we may not like what we see, but at least we're getting to see the truth.
And we've talked here about some of the problems with the civic space and democracy. One of the positives, if democracy means people get a voice, has been how many people who might not have access to the media or get an op-ed published see their arguments rise up. The hashtag Oscars so white,
right.
Or have you heard of Black Twitter?
The hashtag Black Lives Matter,
right?
Course.
I mean, you've got whole communities that are engaging, and then we're seeing their power reflected or at least responded to in the media, in Hollywood, in business and entertainment. I'm just curious for people who take that now as a given, did you always know that that political part would happen? Or when you guys started out, were you thinking this will be a fun place to talk about what you're eating, and you didn't necessarily know that so many people would engage this as a place for civic power?
That's right. It was certainly not known in the beginning that it would become a platform in which the smallest voices could rise up and be heard just as broadly and widely and immediately around the world as the people with the biggest microphone.
I was asking you earlier about what is exciting you right now.
Yeah.
And you started talking about artificial intelligence in games, specifically AlphaGo.
The fascinating thing about the AlphaGo match against the world Go champion was move number 37 in game 2, when AlphaGo, the machine, made a move that all the human commentators and Go champions looked at and said, well, it's made a horrible mistake. It doesn't know what it's doing. This is a crazy move. In fact, it was a move no human would ever make. As you might expect, the machine won the game. So it turned out that this move that looked like it was wrong was the best move, one of the most beautiful moves it could have made. That's a remarkable benchmark in artificial intelligence history, because we now are starting to see machines make decisions that we think, well, that doesn't make any sense at all, and it turns out to be the right decision. So as you think about the implications of that for like medical decision making down the road, as you start to apply AI to medical decision making, you have a panel of humans who think one thing and the machine thinks something else. It will be fascinating for how we think about the ethics of what do you do.
Some people know you as very successful. Other people
Very few, not my parents.
Other people know you as just super healthy. I mean, really over the top healthy. And you've now turned that passion into a company, which is fascinating. When I was reading about Chorus, tell us about this, and does it really work?
So the notion behind Chorus is that people break promises to themselves before they break promises to people with whom they even have the most remote social connection. If I tell myself I'm going to get up tomorrow and go for a run, and I wake up and it's raining, I might not go for a run. If I tell you, who we've spoken a couple times, but we're not best friends, I'm going to pick you up tomorrow at 7 and go for a run, and I wake up and it's raining, well, I got to go pick up Ari and go for a run.